What is going on, guys? This is 42 Sports here, and today I am talking about another commentary matchup prediction video, and this time it's with the Ohio State Buckeyes versus the TCU Horned Frogs at AT&T Stadium, which is Dallas. This year it's going to be a little different, knowing that Kenny Hill, Kyle Hicks, and JT Barrett are gone. Most of Ohio State's Buckeyes defense is gone, mostly due to graduation and also draft day, which is this weekend. It's going to be a little different. It's going to be probably not a fun game to watch due to the fact that TCU might have a young team, and I think this year might be the year of rebuilding. Who knows, because Kenny Hill is gone, and they have a backup. They have Sean Robertson, who's back with the team. But Ohio State looks locked and loaded with great recruits coming up, and of course Dwayne Haskins, who's back with the team, and he played tremendously well this year. Didn't really get much playing time, but he did play well and efficient against Miami, and that was crucial for him to play in that game. Not Miami, my bad, Michigan. I'm sorry. They beat Michigan because Dwayne Haskins helped clutch some series in that game, and he's played really well this year. Also, you got Tate Martell, then you got Joe Burrow as well, so that's going to be pretty interesting to see what Urban Meyer will do with the Ohio State Buckeyes quarterback position battle. But Ohio State's running backs, they're going to be nasty this year. I mean, J.K. Dobbins, Mike Weber, or Weber if you want to put it like that. I mean, they're both back. J.K. Dobbins had 194 carries, 1,400 yards, 7.2 yards average, and 7 touchdowns, while Mike Weber had about 626 yards, 6.2 yards average, and 10 touchdowns. I mean, that's going to be really huge. Ohio State. TCU lost Kyle Hicks, who's been a productive leader for them last year, but they also still have Darius Anderson, who had 128 carries, 768 rushing yards, 6.0 yards average, which is really huge, especially in the Big 12, because Big 12 really doesn't run that much, but they still, because they're mostly up-tempo passing type conference. He had 8 touchdowns. Also, Dwayne Haskins for quarterback had about 565 passing yards, 70.2 completion percentage. A lot of Ohio State fans really wanted him to start over last year because JT Barrett was struggling due to the fact that he's more of a runner, but Dwayne Haskins is similar to Ohio State. So I think Dwayne Haskins is going to be the most likely going to be the starter of this year because he's more experienced and he's been on pretty well. He's basically been just doing well last year productively, and he's fitting well with the offense of Urban Meyer. Also, the record-wise, Ohio State last year went 12-2, 8-1. Of course, they beat Wisconsin, and then you all know that the the committee eliminated them from the playoffs because you know how Alabama previous year, and it's just like it's ridiculous because you know how the committee is. They're all about SEC this, SEC that. Really, they're really not that great. It's just Alabama. TCU last year went 11-3, 7-2, second in the Big 12. They don't have divisions. They just have one conference, which they need to have a division. So you have a championship because TCU or Baylor could have gotten the championship, or BCS now has a championship if they had a championship, or because a divisional championship type thing. Ohio State's wide receivers, Georgia, the only one that's gone is Marcus Ball. So the Ohio State is having loaded running backs and loaded wide receivers. KJ Hill last year had 549 reception yards, 9.8 yards average, 3 touchdowns as well. Paris Campbell is back also with 40 receptions, 584 reception yards, 14.6 yards average, which is really good. 3 touchdowns. And Terry McLaurin had 29 receptions, 436 reception yards, 15.0 yards average, and 6 touchdowns. So that is going to be a huge key factor for Ohio State. TCU, on the other hand, Jalen Rieger had 33 receptions, 576 receiving yards, 17.5 yards average. So that's going to be huge for Sean Robertson. Had 8 touchdowns. Cavante Turpin had 41 receptions. He had 394 receiving yards, 9.6 yards average, and 1 touchdown. Finally, Jalen Austin had 15 receptions, 242 receiving yards, 16.1 yards average, and 0 touchdowns. That's going to be huge for Sean Robertson next year because they literally lost a lot of guys. John Darce is gone, Desmond White is gone, and plus as well the running back Kyle Hicks, who also played a key role in the passing game as well. Defensive wise, TCU again is losing a lot of players, but they do have 3 great players. This is a top 3, which is Ridwan Izaku, if I pronounce that last name right, had 66 tackles, 1 interception. Ty Summers has 64 tackles, 1 interception. Ben Boganu have 55 tackles, and the people that are gone is Trayvon Howard, Nick Orr, Matt Boson Beeson, Ranthony Teseda. That's going to be a huge key part of their defense is gone, but Ohio State is going to be great on offense, but they're probably going to most likely struggle on defense because a lot of guys are gone, mainly due to graduation and to the NFL draft as well. Literally, Jerome Baker, Damon Webb, Chris Worley, Sam Hubbard, Eric Smith, and Denzel Ward are both gone. But they still have a good defense under Urban Meyer. Jordan Fuller had 62 tackles, 2 interceptions. Tuff Borland has 58 tackles, and Damon Arnett had 44 tackles. And there you have it for the statistics. The final score of this game, I feel like Ohio State is more experienced than TCU, and TCU is young. And I think this year might be the year for TCU to have a rebuilding year because they lost their best quarterback, they lost their best running back, they lost some good quality receivers and defensive players as well. But you never know. Anything can happen week 3, week 3 college football, because that's when they'll be playing. But my final score, I believe, will be Ohio State 31, TCU 17. That is my prediction. It's just a prediction. It's not like it's actually going to happen, but that's just my opinion. And I just feel like Ohio State is better overall around because they have Haskins or Dwayne Haskins. They also have J.K. Dobbins back. They have Paris Campbell, KJ Hill. They literally have their whole offense back, but with a new quarterback who has been in there. And a lot of Ohio State fans think that Dwayne Haskins is a whole lot better passer than J.T. Barrett because J.T. Barrett was a whole lot better running the ball. So guys, let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Who is going to win this game? I believe that Ohio State will win. I'm not an Ohio State fan. I do like the Big Ten Conference and the Big 12. But I honestly feel like that Ohio State is going to win this because they have more experience on the backfield, quarterback position, wide receiver, running back, all those as well. Their defense might struggle, but I just feel like overall that they're the best team in this matchup. So guys, let me know in the comments below. Final score for this one, Ohio State 31, TCU 17. Alright guys, 42 Sports here. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a great day, and peace.